No one expected it. No one saw it coming that the hardcore game next door, Escape from Tarkov, would go for a lightweight update. So who still thinks going lightweight is a mistake? When RNG2A did it, many said it would ruin the game and that Arena Breakout was messing up. Now, what exactly has the game changed over these past few years? Let me read them out for you, one by one. First, they added a crosshair, added hit feedback, introduced optional passive skills, and nerfed sprinting. Then, sprinting now uses more stamina, they added quick ducking, nerfed indoor black holes, introduced experimental items and attachments, optimized the extraction point logic, removed blowing up the canal, blowing up the elevator and team killing, and reduced the number of players in each match. They added in-game markers, added ballistic and bullet negative feedback displays. So here's the question, is this what some groups are calling not following the trend? Can these changes really make Enquete push this game to a different position? Aren't these changes actually beneficial to the players? I've always been really curious, who would actually oppose these kinds of changes, right? If you hate a change in a game, it must be because it threatens your core interests, right? It can't be because you're a veteran who griefs maps and teammates or plays rat and rushes until you die, right? I don't know if you've noticed, but this hydrogen bomb talk is nonsense. These commenters never mention specific changes to Agent A, because if they did, they'd just look like clowns. When critics say Tarkov Mobile's streamlining failed, they usually point to lower popularity, fewer maps, and endless bugs. But do bugs even relate to streamlining? To me, they aren't even the same thing. Fixing bugs is fixing bugs, and updating the game is updating the game, right? Now, about the popularity issue, I think the reason this is happening is because Escape from Tarkov Mobile's core gameplay and direction are just too hardcore, aren't they? Basically, it's because the game's content is positioned as more niche and hardcore. So within just a year, the gap between it and its competitors has grown huge. It's not that Escape from Tarkov Mobile is being suppressed because it's more lightweight, so it's not losing to Delta because it's lightweight. The real reason is that from the very beginning, there were issues with the overall direction and decision making, which is why it just can't compete with the other side now. Strictly speaking, Tarkov Mobile isn't doing lightweight optimization, it's just improving user experience. You say hardcore is the way, but a hardcore mode shouldn't take 2 minutes to find a match. You might want that hardcore feeling, but then another problem arises. But Season 1 solo queue wasn't hardcore. You had jumps, peeking, instant movement, no black holes, and no shaky looting. Jump height was fine, and guns were lasers. What was hardcore then? Bot difficulty? Is it possible that... It only got more hardcore after Season 1, not right from the start. After Season 1 became a hit, the devs started adding all these weird hardcore features, like they've lost their minds, including, but not limited to bullet spread, looting on platforms, indoor black holes, and all kinds of nerfs to hipfire on different guns. What made Season 1 so hardcore? It wasn't just tough bots. Honestly, it was great because it wasn't that intense. Then Sundog changed everything. Highlights vanished, the game became a frantic escape, black holes covered the map, and hardcore fanboys appeared. Plus, Sundog pushed that Ultraman crossover right before leaving. He really is a unique developer. Even Tarkov works on player experience, yet you veteran Dark Zone players keep complaining. With barely 3,000 people on Bilibili, you're making noise like there's 3 million. Check the comments. It's always the same usernames under security videos saying the same stuff. What's the point? Removing 2 maps was just Sun Sheng's parting gift. If Dark Zone kept its Season 1 updates and unique features, maybe Naval Port would still be here. Back then, with no camping and max mobility, Naval Port wouldn't have become a rat map or been removed for lack of players. Sun Sheng, if you hadn't put everything into these hardcore details, you could have optimized the old maps for player experience, yet you still want to bring people back. Honestly, bro, I give up. I've got nothing left to say.